Rachel, do you remember when you first became aware of racism?
Yes, I do actually, Katie. I first became aware of racism when I first attended primary school, actually. Maybe I was about 5 or 6, and I was playing in the playground,
Hmm.
and then I heard some children calling some other children that looked a bit different from them some very, very rude names.
Right.
And I wasn't quite sure what that meant. And I went home and asked my mum and my dad, and they were able to explain to me what it meant and why they were calling those children those names. I
Right.
just knew it wasn't very pleasant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was about 5 or 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that. That's
yeah, I know.
horrible, horrible
Yeah,
experience.
not very nice.
Okay, thank you.
Some people have experienced racism all their lives. I've never had to suffer directly from it, but my first encounter with racism came when a family moved to my village in France from the Cameroon in West Africa. They had a boy my age, and I was really excited to have a new friend in town. I knew that I knew what it was like to come from outside, and so we bonded over that, I think. My friend was amazing at football. He impressed all our peers, and his dad helped to start a local team. It took a while for me to understand and recognise some of the ways in which people used stereotypes to belittle or demean my friend, particularly when he excelled over them. This was especially true when some of these stereotypes seemed positive. All Africans are good runners. Black children have tougher feet. He enjoyed playing barefoot. We had a group of friends who often got into trouble, sometimes justifiably, but we were always used to the occasional negative comment. But it always stuck out to me that when complaints were reported back to parents or teachers, my friends and I were often singled out, usually referred to as the English boy and the black kid. We never really talked about race together, we just got on with being friends. The real face of racism struck me when I saw segregation and racial violence portrayed on TV. I remember being brought to tears with mixed sorrow and anger. I remember feeling confused at how people's prejudice would often show in the way that they spoke, and I began to understand that whether expressed in open violence and injustice, or with words and hidden attitudes, racism is a widespread evil.